Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, let me just check. Here, the camera is frozen. Where is it? All right, 9:25. Right. Okay. All right, so I think the last thing we talked about was you. Okay, sorry, I'm having a little bit of a problem with the connection, so I'm just changing the internet. So this way I can get a better connection.
Yes.
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
All
Now
right.
I hear you.
All right, good. Can you see the book? Not yet. All right, let me share the book.
No.
Can you see it now? Can you see the book now?
No. No. I can't.
You can't see it? Are you sure? I think you should see it now. Can you see it now? The book?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah? All right, that's good. Okay, so very quickly, let's review the last part we talked about. I think the last part we talked about was the one about using have to, if you remember, and how we use it in the past to give the meaning of necessity in the past. So when we say I had to go to college, this is something that was necessary in the past. And if we change it into negative, we just use the past simple. I didn't have to, you didn't have to. If we want to talk about something that was unnecessary in the past, we just say didn't have to, and so on. And we also talked about the different forms of have to. So we say I have to, you have to, but she, he, and it has to. So all of this was covered in the last lesson, where we talked a little bit about, because unit 3 here talks about employment and about work. So in part B, we are still continuing with the same point where we are still talking about work and looking for jobs. So let's start with the vocab exercise, okay? So looking for a job. So here I want you to take a look at this list of words, and we want to find out what they mean, okay? So, so do you know these words, or can you read them for me first, and then we can decide what they mean?
Okay. Find a job. Write a CV. Go for an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Lose your job. Look for job. Look for a job.
Okay.
Apply for a job. Fill in an application form.
Mm-hmm.
Be unemployed. Get unemployment benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Earn a lot of money. Have some experience.
Okay. So are any of these words, are they new to you, or do you know, or have you seen these words before?
Yes, I think I know them.
All right. What about this one? Get unemployment benefit. What do you think it means?
Maybe give help for worker.
Yes, just a second. That's correct. Just a second.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. You were saying the meaning of unemployment benefit?
Yes, I think give help for worker.
For workers or for people who don't work? Which one?
For worker.
Okay. All right. So I want to show you here a little exercise, okay? And I want you to match it. Maybe let's increase the size of. Okay, maybe now it's better.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so maybe this is. Okay, so here we have two mini exercises. So all I need you to do is just read the sentence and choose the suitable word, or choose the right word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Okay.
can you read the first one?
Michael is looking for a job. He is currently unemployed. Employed.
The first or the second?
The first employed.
Okay, second example.
I finally found a job. I've been waiting so long to get unemployed. Now I am employed.
So the first or second?
The second.
Okay. All right, now let's talk a little bit about okay. Okay, can you read this example?
Okay. It is usual to have hot summers in Libya, but it is unusual to summers in Finland.
Finland. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so what can you say this sentence in another way? just say it in another way. Use different words, but give me the same meaning.
Okay. The summer in Libya is hot, but in Finland it is cold.
Good. This is a good example. Okay, very nice. Okay, so there are two words here which are in this sentence, which are opposites. Can you show me where they are? Where are the words which are opposites in this sentence?
Hot and
but we don't have cold here, right?
yes, we don't have cold.
Okay, so look for another opposite.
Yes, the first sentence.
In the first and the second. No, I mean here in this one.
Yes.
I want you to look for two words which are opposites.
Usual and unusual.
Very good. That's it. So we have usual and unusual. So which one is positive and which one is negative?
The first is that is all of them are positive.
How?
No, maybe unusual. It is negative.
Correct. Very good. That's correct. Why is it negative? Why is unusual negative?
Because we have un.
Right. You're right. That's correct. Okay.
Okay.
So let's go back to the first and second example. So he is looking for a job. Why would someone look for a job? Or which people usually
need.
Yeah, exactly. Because he
need the money. He need the yes. He need money.
Yeah. This means he doesn't have a job, right?
Yes.
So what do we call someone who doesn't have a job?
Unemployed.
So is it the first or is it the second?
Employed, yes. No, unemployed.
The first or the second?
The first.
Okay. So what do you see here? Okay. So we use this for positives or for negatives?
Negative.
All right. And Michael, he doesn't have a job. So is he employed or is he unemployed?
Did you mean employed?
What do you think? The first or the second?
Yes, I think employed, he doesn't have a work.
But why?
I don't know. I think that.
What about this one? This one has the negative prefix, un.
Yes.
So which one do you think is better for someone who doesn't have a job? The one,
Okay,
the positive word or the negative word?
The negative word.
Yeah, exactly. This is the idea, because unemployed, because it has the negative prefix, un, right? So this means it's a person who is unemployed, is a person who doesn't have a job. Unemployed, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So this means for the first one, it's better to use unemployed. So he is currently unemployed. All right. What about the second example?
Employed.
Very good. So I finally found a job. So this person is happy. I've been waiting so long to get employed, or to get a job, or to become employed, right?
Yes.
So now the person is employed. So it means the person has a job. Okay, so now if we go back to the box, here, it says get unemployment benefit. So what do they mean here to get unemployment benefit?
Give somebody who doesn't work help to work.
Is it what kind of, you're right, help, we give this person help, you're right about that.
He need work. He need work.
Okay, so do you think the benefit is it in the form of work or maybe in another way? What does benefit mean?
Maybe benefit help, I think.
You're right, correct, yes. Benefit is anything which is good, right?
Yes.
Correct. So this means, do you think if someone is unemployed, we give them a job?
Maybe job or anything to help him.
Like what?
Service.
But someone who's unemployed, someone who doesn't have a job.
Yes.
What's the thing they need most?
Yes, they need job.
Why do they need a job?
To take money.
Exactly. So what's the best thing to give someone who doesn't have a job?
Money.
Yes, this is usually the idea. Unemployment benefit,
yes.
usually it's money. The government in some countries, they give some kind of help. Not a lot of money, but a little bit to buy maybe food and basic things, to pay the bills, maybe for the house, or maybe they will pay the bills of the house for you. They will pay for the house, for your rent, right?
Yes.
So you don't stay on the street. This is the idea of unemployment benefit. So they help you a little bit with money. This is the idea. All right. So
okay.
I think the rest of the words you know them, but now in part B we have a nice exercise. In part B, what we want to do is we want to put them in order. So here it's like you make a story and you put these things in order. There's no one order. So this means you can do it in different ways. You can put your story any way you like. But the idea is we want to make like an order. So number one, for example, you can say get a job or earn a lot of money, or you choose what's the first step, the second, the third. Okay, do you get the idea?
Okay, yes.
Okay, so this person, so here we want to start lose your job. So lose your job is the first thing. So what happens after you lose your job? What do you think?
Be unemployed.
Okay, of course. If you don't have a job, this means you are unemployed now.
Be unemployed.
Okay.
And then
I'm going to write
look for
answers.
a job.
Okay, so be unemployed. Let's make this number 2. Let's change this here. So be unemployed. This is number 2. Okay, what's your number 3?
Look for a job.
Okay, look for a job.
Yes, and fill in. Find a job. Number 4.
Okay, find a job.
Fill in an application form.
Okay, application form.
Write CV.
Okay.
Have some experience.
Okay.
Go for an interview.
All right.
Apply for a job. Earn a lot of money. I think we forget some thing.
I think the only
get unemployment benefit.
yes, get unemployment.
It is number 2. Maybe it's number 2.
Which one?
Number 3, maybe.
Get unemployment benefit.
Number 3, get unemployment. Yes,
I agree.
that's right.
I think so. I think maybe this is better for number 3, right? Because especially if you stay, but not necessary. If you're unemployed for a short time and you quickly find a job, I don't think you need unemployment benefit, right?
Okay.
But maybe if you're unemployed for a long time, or maybe you have some kind of injury, maybe have some kind of illness and you can't work, maybe then you will need unemployment benefit. All right, so these are just some expressions. Let's see if there's anything new in exercise 131, but I think we need to use another book because this book is just a sample book. It doesn't have all the pages. All right, so let me take you to the other book. Is my voice clear or is it choppy, not good? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I hear you.
All right, good. Okay, so let me just very quickly change the book. So, this is the CD. All right, this is it. So, we want page 131. Let's go to 131. Maybe there's something new there to check. Okay, let's see. So we need 2 other pages. This is 30. Okay, here we are. Looking for a job. Okay, there's nothing new here, I think. So a CV, you know what it means. Apply for a job. You ask a company to give you a job. Application form is clear, I think. This is what we were talking about, unemployment benefit. So unemployment benefit, this is the money you get from the government when you are unemployed. Okay? So if you're unemployed, the government will give you some money. But not all governments. Here in Libya, you won't get anything from the government. Maybe in the past, yes, but now, not anymore.
We don't have anything.
Yes, they don't give you anything here. Okay, so let's go back. So this one is clear, I think. Okay. So let's see the rest of the lesson. I think we have some reading now. All right. Yes, we have some reading. So it says here, look at the photos and read the letters. Why is Bonnie unemployed? And why is Harry unemployed? Okay, so let's read it very quickly here. And let's find out why they are unemployed, okay? So this is Bonnie. So Bonnie is the woman, and Harry is the man here. So let's read their letters and find out why they are unemployed, okay? So take a few minutes and read their letters.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay, that's good. So, what about Bonnie?
Yes.
Why is she unemployed, in your opinion?
Because some companies want experience to work with them, but she doesn't have experience.
Okay, okay. And what about Harry? What's his problem? Sorry, not Harry. Harry, yes.
Because they think he is very old, but he has experience, a good experience. He worked for a company for 17 years, but they think he is very old.
Yes, that's his problem. So his problem is age, not experience, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a bit strange that here the problem is experience. If you're too young, you don't have experience. But if you have experience, you're too old. You see the problem?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so let's do the true false part. So here they want us to read the letters again and tick the true sentences and correct the false ones. Okay. So the first one, Bonnie left school 3 months ago. This is false, of course, because she left 2 months ago, not 3. What about B? Is this true or is it false? What do you think?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Now I hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So I was just saying you can
What did you
do
say?
the rest of the sentences starting from B, and I'll write true or false, and you need to correct the sentences which are false.
Okay. Bonnie left school 2 months ago, 3 months ago. That's
This
wrong.
is answered. Okay. Good.
It's true. Yes.
What about B? Is it true or false, B?
She's looking for her second job. First job, I think.
All right.
Yes, her first
So this
job,
means
not
the
second.
yes. So this is
Number
false.
3 is C.
Okay. What about C?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
C.
Number C. She looks at the job adverts online twice a week. No, wrong. She looks at the job adverts. Yes, that's right.
Is it twice a week?
No, not twice a week.
How often?
Maybe every day.
Correct. It's every day, not twice a week. All right, so this means this is false. What about D? Do you think this is true or false?
She's cleaning her neighbor house. Yes, it's true.
Okay. So this is true. What about E? About Harry?
Harry worked for the same company for 17 years. Yes, he worked 17 years, but I didn't know same company.
You
or
can check.
not.
Is it the same company?
Okay.
Or not the same? What do you think?
It's not clear about it's the same company.
I think if you pay attention, you can spot it.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, sorry, there was a bit of a disconnection. I just changed my internet. Okay, so the last question I asked you was the one about E. How do we know if it's the same company or if it's not the same company? What do you think? How can we tell?
It's right.
But
Maybe.
okay, but how do we know if it's the same or not? Is there a way to know if it's the same or not the same? What do you think? Sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I didn't know. No.
Okay, here if you read, it says, I worked for an engineering company. What do you think he means when he says for an engineering company?
Maybe yes. It is not engineering company.
So did he work for one or more?
No, one.
Exactly. So if he worked for one and he didn't talk about any other company, so this is the company he worked in, right? So it's the same. It's the same company. This is the idea.
Yes.
Okay. So this means that E is true, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, what about F? He lost his job 2 months ago. Is this true or false? What do you think?
Okay, I will see. long because 4 months.
That's right,
About
yes.
Yes, 4
So
months.
it's not 2 months, it's 4 months. Nice. What about G? He goes to a lot of interviews. Is this true or false?
No, he doesn't go to any interview.
Yes. Why?
Because no one wants an old man.
Yes, because they think he's old. Correct. What about H? He knows a lot about engineering. Is this true?
Yes, it's true because he has experience.
You're right. Yes, that's true. All right, so this is the story of two unemployed people and some of the problems they have. Okay, so let's see the next exercise. Exercise 3, the next page. All right, so it says here, present continuous and present simple. We are going to talk about activity and state verbs. Okay, so what's the difference between an activity verb and the state verb, in your opinion? What do you think? Or is there a difference?
Different activity verb. It is maybe about movement or.
Okay.
But state it is without movement.
Okay, that's a good first one of the differences, correct. So usually there's movement or there's action, right, in an activity verb.
Yes.
But for a state verb, there's no activity, there's no action, right?
Yes.
Can you think of an example of a state verb and an activity verb?
Okay. Maybe I run. I'm running at the morning.
Okay. I run in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. This is this a
run? It is activity. Yes, activity verb.
Good. What about state verb?
Okay. State verb. I'm watching TV.
Are you sure?
Maybe watching is thinking. Movement. I hear the news today.
Okay, so I heard the news today.
Yes.
Okay, I think this might be good, yes, because here is one of the senses, and senses usually they go well with, I mean, senses are part of the state verbs, so maybe that's correct. Okay,
Yes.
but first of all, let's try to find, before we decide which one is a state verb and which one is an activity verb, first of all, let's try to find which of these verbs is in present continuous and which of them is in the present simple, okay? So let's go back to the article here. So which of these verbs is in the present continuous and which of them is in the present simple? What do you think?
Okay. Looking, verb continuous. She's looking.
Okay.
Continuous. She goes, simple.
All right. What about she's doing?
Present continuous. She's doing present continuous. She needs present simple.
Okay.
I'm writing present continuous. I'm applying present continuous. I never get present simple. People think present simple.
Okay, so I think that's right. So now what we want to do is match number 1 to 8 to these meanings. There are 2 phrases for each meaning. So here we have 4 different categories or 4 different groups. So in present continuous, we have 2 groups, A, B, and in present simple, we have 2 groups, A, B, okay? So let's check the first group, group A. It says we use the present continuous for things that are happening at the moment of speaking. So something which is happening right now, okay? And we also use it for things which are temporary and happening around now, but maybe not exactly at the moment of speaking. Okay? So these are the 2 ways, the two ways we can use present continuous. So we want to go to the examples in the article here, in the reading, and we want to find which of these present continuous verbs, which of them is talking about something happening right now, and which of them is talking about something temporary, but it doesn't mean right now, at the moment of speaking. Okay, so when you say she's looking for her first job, is this A or is it B? Is it happening at the moment of speaking, or is it happening around now? What do you think?
Around now.
Maybe that's right. Okay. What about and she's doing? We already have she's doing is written here. Okay, let's see if I can put the 2 pages next to each other just to check. No, they're not together. Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's zoom in. So this means she's looking for a job is with B, right? Not A. So it's part B here. So it's happening around now, but maybe not at the moment of speaking. Okay, let's see the other present continuous verbs. We have I'm writing to tell you, and then I have I'm applying for every job I can. Which of them is happening now at the moment of speaking, and which of them is happening around now?
Maybe I'm writing to tell you now, and I'm applying for every job temporary, not now, not around now.
I agree. I think that's correct. I agree with you. Okay, what about the present simple? Let's see the 2 different groups for present simple. The first one is for daily routines. Daily routines and habits. Things we use with always, sometimes, every day, once a week. For frequency. Remember when we talked about adverbs of frequency. So this is the first way we can use present simple. The second way we can use present simple, it says, we can use it to describe states, like verb to be, want, have got, or possessive. I've got. Not possessive, but we're using it here in a state way. But it's the same, similar to the possessive. And we also have think. It's another state verb. All right, so let's look here. So which of them is for routines and which of them is for state verbs? What about this one? Malak, what do you think? She goes online every day. Is this a routine or is it a state?
Yes, routine.
Yeah. How do we know it's a routine?
Because every day, always.
Okay, that's right. What about this verb? She needs a real job.
Maybe state verb. State.
Yeah, maybe because need is better as a state verb. What about I never get an interview? Is this a routine or is it a state?
State verb.
But what about this one? People think I'm too old.
A state verb, change state verb.
And never get?
I think that I never get. It's routine because we have an adverb of frequency.
Exactly, yes. Because we have never, so this means this is an adverb
Yes.
of frequency. So it's something that's repeated, right? So this means it's a routine. All right, so these are the 4 different ways
Yes.
we can use the present continuous and we can use the present simple. All right, so now let's do the next part. The next part here, we want to divide the verbs into activities or state verbs, okay? So here, let's do the first part of the question. Which one is activity, which one is state? What about work?
Okay. One look, I think that's activity. Looking? No. One, it is a state verb.
Which
No.
one is state verb?
Activity. One. Number 1, activity. Looking.
Where's look?
Activity.
Where's look?
Look for a job at the moment. Okay, want state. Number 2, state.
Where are you reading from? Are you reading from your book?
Yes, no. Yes, from the book, but I think another page.
You have a different edition, maybe.
Yes.
I think you have first edition.
No, not from the book. From your book, from screenshot.
I see. Maybe you're reading another part.
Another page.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. A play activity and like state work activity.
Okay. What about write?
Write activity.
Hate.
Hate state.
Eat.
Activity. No state.
Remember.
And remember state. Maybe.
Okay. Run.
Run activity.
Understand.
State.
Do.
Do activity.
Okay.
Believe state. And need state.
All right.
Need state.
Okay. Now, how do we make questions and how do we make negatives with present continuous and present simple? For example, can you give me a question using present continuous?
Okay. Are you watching TV?
Okay, good. Are you watching TV?
Is he playing football?
All right. Okay. This is present continuous. How do we make a negative question using present continuous? A negative sentence.
Okay. They don't playing. No, they aren't playing football.
Very good. They aren't playing football. Good. What about present simple now? How can we make a question and how can
present
we make
simple? Question by using verb to be, if it is, or
no, not verb to be.
Or does.
Yes, do or does.
Maybe I'm a teacher. Am I a teacher? I'm not a teacher.
But this is verb to be. We want present simple, not verb to be.
Okay.
Other main verbs.
Okay. By do or does.
Yes.
Or has or have.
Usually do or does the question is.
Yes.
Or WH question. You don't have to use a yes no question.
Or WH.
Okay, can you give me an example?
Okay. She goes to school every day. She doesn't go to school every day.
Okay, that's correct. She goes to school every day. She doesn't go to school every
Okay.
day. What about the question?
Does she go to school every day?
That's right. Does she go to school every day? Very good, very good. All right, so now let's see a review, and maybe if we have any mistakes, we can check them also. In page 132, so let's check all of this, and let's see. All right, so here in the bottom, here, can you see it on the right side? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. So here with the present continuous, let's check the two groups. So I think your answer is right. So if you say she's doing some cleaning, it's now. I'm writing to tell you this is now, at the moment of speaking, okay? So this is an action happening at the moment of speaking. But if it's not happening at the moment of speaking, we have two other examples. She's looking for her first job, and I'm applying for every job I can. I'm applying. So, so this is not right now. It's around now, and it's temporary. What does temporary mean? What's the opposite of temporary?
Temporary, always. Opposite, always.
Correct. The opposite is something permanent, something that's always true, right?
Yes.
So temporary, it means only for a short time.
Yes.
So she's looking for her first job. This is not all the time, because when she finds it, she will stop looking, right? So it's only now, but this action will finish in the future. It will not continue forever, right? This is the idea of temporary. It's not always. Okay, now present simple. So for daily routines, she goes online every day. I never get an interview. These are routines, okay? And states, like you said, she needs a real job. People think I'm too old. So this means your answers are correct, right? So our answers are correct. Very good.
Yes.
All right, now the second part, the part about activity verbs and state verbs. So here there's a nice way or an easy way to be sure if a verb is an activity verb or if it's a state verb. Usually, if it's an activity verb, you can use it in the present simple and you can use it in the present continuous, no problem. Look at this example. He plays football every day. This is a routine, present simple. But if you say he's playing football now, present continuous, it's also correct. So you can say he plays and you can say he's playing, right? This is how we know this is an activity verb, because you can use it in both times. But for example, let's say, I like ice cream. Can I say I'm liking ice cream? Is that correct? Is that okay if I say I'm liking ice cream? What do you think?
No, we can't say.
Correct. Because like is a state verb.
I can't say I'm liking ice cream.
Very good. Because like is a state verb. So usually state verbs, you cannot use them with the continuous. With present continuous, you cannot use a state verb. Okay? So this is the main difference. Or maybe this is the biggest difference. Activity verbs, you can use them in both. Simple or continuous, present simple, present continuous, no problem. But state verbs, only in the present simple. You can only use them in the present simple. here we have a number of, can you read these state verbs here in the box? These are common state verbs. Can you read them?
Okay. Be, have got, like, love, hate, know, remember, understand, think, agree, believe, want, need.
Correct. It says here, take a look at this tip. This is a very important tip. Can you read the tip, please?
Some verbs can be both activity verbs and state verbs. I'm having shower, activity. He has 3 children, state.
Do you see? So here the same verb, the verb have, it can be state and it can be activity, right? But the meaning is a bit different.
Yes.
There's a difference in meaning, right? What's the difference in meaning here, in your opinion, between having a shower and has 3 children? What's the difference?
Maybe have with got, it means something for me, something for me or him.
So
something
possessive, right?
Possessions, about possessions.
It's
Yes.
possessive. So when you
Yes,
say
possessive.
when you say he has 3
But
children,
about I'm having a shower, it means something about take shower.
Yes, so having is like doing or taking here. It's not for possessive, right? It's an action that you're doing right now, right? What about this example?
Yes.
Okay, what about these 2 examples? What do you think? And what's the difference?
I think the first. It is something wrong about the first sentence.
Why do you think it's wrong?
Because think it's a state verb. Or no?
It is a state verb, but think is like have.
Yes, it's have another meaning.
Yes, think is like have. It has another meaning, and this means you can use it as a state, like you said, and as an activity, both. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
Okay.
The difference in meaning.
Yeah. What's the difference in meaning, in your opinion?
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking he have another decision about his job.
Very good.
He have.
That's correct. Yes. So when you say
but
thinking,
I think.
Yeah, complete your idea.
I think. Yes, but I think in another sentence it means what is in his mind, his opinion.
Very good, excellent. That's right. So the first one, it means you haven't decided. You're not sure. I'm thinking of changing my job. Maybe I should do it. Maybe it's a bad idea. Maybe it's a good idea. Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should stay. You're still deciding. You haven't decided yet. You're thinking about it. You haven't made a decision when you say I'm thinking. Okay? But when you say I think it's not safe to swim in the water, this is your opinion. This is what you believe. This is your belief. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
All right. So some verbs, some of them are both activity and state. Usually these verbs, when they work as in both ways, as activity and as state verb, the meaning then changes. It's not the same as I play football, I'm playing football. Here the meaning play is the same. There's no change in meaning. When you say I play football every day or I'm playing football right now, the meaning is the same. Play, play. There's no change in the verb.
Yes.
There's change in the tense. In grammar there's change, yes. But the meaning of the verb, there's no change. But when verbs are both activity verb and state verb at the same time, the meaning changes when you change them from simple to continuous. Okay, this is the idea here.
Okay.
All right, so this means this part is clear. We can go back. Let's go back. So let's check our next exercise here. All right, this is a good exercise. It says, put the verbs in Harry's email in the present continuous or present simple. Okay, where is he working now? Okay, let's zoom a little bit. Okay, so now you have to decide what to put. Should we use present simple? Should we use continuous? You have to make a decision, okay? So I'm going to give you a few minutes, maybe a minute or two. I'm going to go and come back very quickly. So I'd like you to work on this. You have 14 verbs and you have the verb in brackets. Sometimes it's negative, okay? So it's not always positive, so sometimes negative. So you have to decide which one to use, and you have to decide present continuous or present simple, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'll be back in a minute. I'll leave the screen here for you, and you can do this.
Okay.
Okay, have you finished?
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay, good. So let's check your answers, okay? You can read the email.
Okay. Okay. Good news. I've got a new job. Do you remember that letter I wrote to the paper? Well, the manager of a local engineering company read it and offered me a job.
Okay.
The company
Just a second.
The company makes parts for cars, and they are the company.
Can you hear me? I think the sound reaches a little late.
Yes, I hear you.
You can hear me? You can hear me? Okay, my point was this sentence number 3 here. Well,
Yes,
the manager of a local engineering company. How do we say this one?
Yes. Read a local engineer.
And offered me a job, right?
Do you want what's the meaning?
Not the meaning, the pronunciation. And which tense are we using?
Yes.
Which tense are we using in this question? In this sentence, I mean.
Do you mean at the past?
Okay. How do we know if it's the past or
We have
not?
to use at the past.
Correct. And how do we know it's the past? How do we know?
Because offered.
Correct. Very good. Because offered is in the past. This means this is also in the past.
Read.
What's the past of read?
Okay, did.
Can you remember the past of read?
Yes.
What is it?
Read.
Okay, the spelling is the same, but what
same.
about the pronunciation?
Read.
Are you sure?
Yes, the same. Read.
It's not the same pronunciation.
Read.
It's the same spelling, but it's not the same pronunciation. So if you want to say this in the past, let's take an example.
Okay.
This one.
Yes, read. Read. Read.
Can you say this? Can you read this sentence? Of course, it's in the past. So how do you read it?
Read.
Can you say it again?
Yeah.
Again? Can you read it again, please? I didn't hear you. Are you there? Hello? I can't hear you anymore. Okay, you're back.
Yes.
Okay, so can you read it again, please?
Okay. Read.
That's it.
Yes.
Correct. Okay, so so you can continue from here. Well, the manager of a local engineering, can you complete it?
Okay. The manager of local engineering company read it and offered me a job. The company make parts of for cars, and they are selling them to companies in Europe.
Okay. They are doing very well at the moment, but they want to get more business, and now they are trying to sell to companies in the USA. I like having lots of responsibility. Okay.
And I'm having 2 or 3 meetings with customers every week. I don't work now. I'm not working now.
Okay.
I'm not working now. It's my lunch break. So I'm writing a few emails to the friends to tell them my news. I'm usually working quite long days.
Okay. Where can we put the am?
We put am. I usually am before usually.
But here we can't put it before usually.
Okay, maybe after usually. I usually am.
I don't know. Do we
No,
use?
no. I usually working, I think.
Can we use ing without verb to be?
No, I usually work. I'm sorry, because usually it's a present simple.
Yes.
Yes.
It's an adverb
Yes,
of
I
frequency.
remember it. Yes. But I'm not working at the weekend anyway. You have to go. The phone is ringing.
Okay. So some of these are correct. Some of them are not correct. So let's try it again, and let's see. Let's write it this time, okay? But I need you to pay extra attention this time. Let's start from the beginning, okay?
Okay.
So I've got a new job. So what did you say here?
Do.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Okay. He offered me a job. The company parts for cars.
The company make.
Okay, so the company, is it a he or a she or an it or a they?
Oh, I think they.
Why? Is it company or companies?
Okay, maybe it.
So it's an it.
We can use makes.
All right. Okay.
And they are doing very well.
We didn't do number 4.
Number 4, they are selling.
Okay, why?
Because at the moment, I say at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, no. Companies in Europe, they sell. They sell.
Okay, why sell? Well, you have to think of you have to think of the four ways we use present simple and present continuous. Remember, we have two ways of using present simple and two ways of using present continuous, right?
Yes.
Okay, can you remind me? Can you tell me what are the ways we use present simple?
About present simple, routine and daily habits, and
correct.
And we can use verbs of a frequency.
Okay, so for habits and routines, we use verb to be. Oh, sorry, we use present simple. We use it with verbs with adverbs of frequency to talk about routines.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What's the other way we use?
The other way.
Mm-hmm.
We can use with the verb, not verb to be. I forget what.
Okay, let's check it very quickly to remind ourselves, because this will help us answer this exercise correctly. All right, so the first way we use present simple, like you said, for routines, right? And the second way we use it, it's for states.
Yes.
Correct? So it's for things which are states. I mean, something which is stable. It's not an activity, it's a state. And what are the two ways we use present continuous? We use it for
temporary and temporary around.
Yeah, and, around now and
at the moment actions that happen at the moment. Yes.
That's right. Yes, that's right. Okay, so these are the ways that we use present simple and present continuous. So let's go back to the exercise. Let's use these different ways and use them in our exercise. So this means, should we say they sell or should we say they are selling?
They are selling because it is around now.
But here we're sort of describing the state of the company, right? We're saying what it does, what it normally does, what the company naturally does. Why do we say they are selling? Isn't maybe it's better to say they sell than to, because remember, I'll tell you something. If you say they are selling, do you know what this means? It means one of two things. It means maybe temporary. So if you say they are selling them to companies in Europe, it means maybe this is for a short time and they'll stop doing this. Or it means it's happening right now. Right now, they're selling. Do you get the idea?
Yes.
Do you think this works in this place?
Okay, they sell. They sell them.
Sell is better because this is the nature of a company. It always sells. This is like a routine for the company. The routine makes parts, the company makes parts, this is its routine, and it sells parts. Also, its routine. You get the idea? This is its nature. This is why we have it. Okay?
Yes.
All right, good. Okay, so let's see number 5. So we have something at the moment.
Are doing. They are doing.
Okay. So because
at the moment.
At the moment. All right. But they?
But They want
Okay. Why did we use want?
because it's stage verb.
Yes, because we cannot say they are wanting. It doesn't make sense. Good. And now they
They are trying
very good. Why did you use are trying?
because he have because to have and now because he says and now.
That's it. Because he says now they are
Mhm.
trying to sell to companies in the USA. Because normally they sell for companies, they sell them to companies in Europe. This is the normal. This is the routine. But when we say
Yes.
now they are trying, so this is something new. So at the moment or around this time, they are trying to sell to companies in the USA. Okay, good. So number 8.
I like
Okay. Why did we use like?
state verb.
Yes. I like having lots of responsibility and
And I am having.
Okay. Finish the sentence to the end.
I'm having 2 or 3 meetings with customers every week. Okay, I think I have.
That's right. Because we have an expression of frequency expression.
Every week. Yes.
Yeah. So it's like a routine. So we want a verb which is good for routines. Have. Okay, number 10.
I'm not working now
Okay. Why did we use present continuous?
because we have now.
Exactly. Correct. All right. It's my lunch break, so
I write. I'm writing.
Why did we use I'm writing?
Because we use because he writes now, I think.
Correct. He's writing at the moment of speaking, right? Because he has free time, and also all of this sentence is still in the sign. It's still in the same time, in the same tense, because he says I'm not working now. It's my lunch break, so this is the result of my break. The result of my break is I'm writing, right? So it's all in the same time. It's happening at the same moment, all of it. The not working and the writing, it's at the same time. So this means I'm writing. So I'm writing a few emails to my friends to tell them my news. I usually
work.
All right. Why did we use work?
Because usually.
That's right.
Verb of frequency.
Right. Long days, but at the weekend.
Not working at the weekend. I'm not working. I don't work. I don't work at the weekend.
Why did we use present simple?
Because at the weekend, every weekend he doesn't work.
Exactly. So it's a habit. It's his routine. Every weekend he doesn't work. That's the idea. But I don't work at the weekend. Very good. Anyway, I have to go. The phone
is ringing.
Right. Why did we use is ringing here?
Because he says I think he is going to the phone when he is after he finished his writing at the moment.
You're right, because this is a
And
change
the
in time.
ring and the ring is not a state verb, I think.
You're right. Ring is an activity verb.
Yes.
It's not a state verb, so you should use it in the ing form. You can say you can use it in the present simple, but here we need it in the continuous. All right, very good. So this is an example of using present continuous and present simple. Of course, it's useful to remember how to use each one, because this of course will help you, so you can know which one to use. All right, so let's go to our next exercise. Let's check. So here we have, let's go to exercise 6 now. Number 6, it says, I think it's a grammar exercise, number 6. Let's check it. Where is 6? All right, so student A 104, student B 110. Okay, so let's check them both. So this is a speaking exercise. I think it's good. We should do it. So let's go to, first of all, let's go to page 104, and then we can go to 110. Okay, so let's check the speaking exercise. All right, so this is 104. Okay, so I think it's this one. Okay. Okay, so here we are going to make questions. Very good. All right, so let's read the question. Let me read the question for you. Bonnie, so Bonnie is the girl. Bonnie has got a job as a sales representative with a company called Quick Clean. Read about her job. So remember Bonnie, the girl that didn't have a job, so now she has a job. And this is the company she works for, her new company. It's called Quick Clean. All right, so now we want to read about her job. So can you read these 5 points about Bonnie's job, please?
Okay. Every day, Bonnie visits cleaning companies and tries to sell them new products. Bonnie earns about $400 a week. She finishes work at about 6 o'clock.
Okay.
She's doing on-the-job training for the first 2 weeks. At the moment, she's talking to a new customer.
All right. Okay. So now we want to make, so this is just information about Bonnie's new job. Now we need to make a few questions here, okay? But you, of course, you have to decide, like in the previous exercise, you have to decide, should we use present simple, should we use present continuous? It's up to you. But you need to use the verb in the brackets. So this is the main verb in the brackets. So let's complete these sentences, not sentences, questions. We want to make questions. So the first one, what does the company sell? So the answer is here, new products. It doesn't matter the answer. I don't think they want us to answer, but I think here, number 3. Number 2, can you give us, can you complete number 2, please, Malak?
Okay. Do company well at the moment? What does the company Uh, what what does the company is selling well at the moment?
But the main verb, your main verb is do.
Okay. Okay, maybe talking to.
Okay, I have an idea. Let's leave number 2. Let's do 3, 4, 5 and come back to 2. What about 3?
Okay. What time does Bonnie? What time does Bonnie starting? What time is Bonnie starting work?
Okay, before you answer.
Is.
Okay, just a second. Remember the rules. If it's something routine or if it's habit, you use present simple. If it's something happening at the moment or something temporary that's happening for a short time, we use the present continuous. So simple or continuous. You need to know what they want in this sentence.
Okay. I think simple.
Okay, why do you think simple?
What time? Because start work maybe routine. Work is routine.
Very good. Work is a routine thing. It's not just one day. It's not temporary, and it's not only now. So the simple is better. I agree with you. Okay, so this means what time?
What time does Bonnie start work?
All right. And the main verb is start. Okay, what about number 4?
Number 4, what does she like about the job?
Okay. What does she like? All right. What about
Where
number 5?
where is she working today?
Okay, it's correct, but I want you to tell me why.
Because today, now.
Right. Because when you hear a time phrase like today or right now, it's different from the usual, right? So we're speaking about a different, some kind of difference. Okay. So here, because we have the rest of the questions in the other page.
Number 2, we don't solve number 2.
Yeah, number 2. Go back to number 2.
Yes, I think is the company doing well at the moment?
Very good. It's correct. Why did you choose the present continuous?
Because at the moment is verb is now. Something happened now.
Correct. And it's one of the time phrases used for present continuous.
Yes.
Right. Okay, very good. All right. Now let's go to the part of, I don't know if we have enough time, but let's try. So the other one is, I forgot which page. I think it's page 110, 120. Is it 120? No, it's not 120. Let's check. 110. Okay. All right, so 110. Let's do, no, we did 110. All right, here's the rest of it. So this is the second part. Okay, so let's read these points. Okay, let's read the 5 things Bonnie does. And
Okay.
let's see. Or we can, I have a better idea. Let's just complete the question. Do you know why? Because this exercise should be done in pairs. So this means one of the students has page 110, the other student has page 102, and I have your answers and you have my answers. I have the questions to your answer. Do you understand? It's done in like this. But because we only have one student, only you, we can't do this. So we can just do part B only, okay? So just do part B. We can ignore the first part.
Okay. What does Bonnie do every day, and how much every week? How much?
The main verb is earn.
Earn, yes. How much does she earn every week?
Very good. How much does she? Do you remember from the previous part? Do you remember the number?
Yes.
From how much?
Yes. What time is no? What time work finish? What time does she finish work?
Good. Okay. D.
She anything at the moment? Is she doing anything at the moment?
Is this anything?
No, no. Do yes. Is she doing anything at the moment?
Can we read it again?
Is she doing anything at the moment?
What's the word after doing?
The word after doing anything at the moment.
Are you sure? Read it slowly. Read the word after any.
Any training? I'm sorry. Yes,
Okay.
I don't.
But your answer is correct.
Training. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
yes,
present continuous. No, so no problem. Okay, what about the last one?
What is she doing now?
Right. What is she doing now? Correct. Okay, of course, all of these answers, the answers to these questions are, of course, in the other part we finished. And these 5 points are the answers for the questions we finished in the previous part. Do you understand the idea?
Yes.
And in a real class, or Shams has been absent, but if, for example, if Shams was here, she can ask you these questions and you can give her the answers from your part, and then you can ask her your questions and she will give you the answers from her part. This is the idea of the exercise.
Yes.
All right, so let's very quickly go back to the main page. So here, this means we can finish this part next time, inshallah. We can finish number 7 and 8. But I think we've covered the point of this question, or the point of this lesson. The point of lesson 3, what is it, 3B, this one, or 3A? I think it's 3B. Yeah, the point of this lesson 3B is to see the difference and how we use present simple and present continuous. In which way do we use them? This is, I think, the focus of this lesson, in addition to talking about work, talking about employment, unemployment, unemployment benefits, losing a job, applying for a job, and all of this, okay? So this means it would be a very good idea if you could do in your workbook, if you could do 3B. And of course, you should catch up with anything from the previous units. So this way you'll be on track, okay?
Okay.
All right, so thank you for your time, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, then.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.